In this session, we will dive into one of the most crucial components of the research process, and that is the literature review or review of literature. This is chapter 2 of our research journey, and it sets the intellectual foundation of your study. I plan to divide the discussion of the second chapter into 3 so that the topics will just be easy to digest. In this video, we will tackle the contents of review of literature or literature review and the purposes of writing the ROL or the literature review. I believe these topics are essential in building a solid, well-supported, and ethical research output. Hey there, loves! Welcome back to my channel. I am Jane Castillo de Jesus, a public school teacher handling English and research subjects, and I will be your online research bestie. If you want to reinforce your learnings on these topics, be sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so you wouldn't miss any of my uploads. First, we're going to explore an important part of Chapter 2 or Review of Literature, and that is the contents of the ROL. Whether you're writing a thesis, a capstone project, or a research paper, your literature review must go beyond a simple collection of sources. It should be critical, structured, and purposeful. Let's break it down into 4 key parts: needs, issues, conclusion, and knowledge gap. Let's begin with needs. This section answers the question, why is this topic important? Here, you identify the problems, demands, or concerns that justify the need for your study. It could be a widespread academic challenge, a social issue, or an educational trend that requires further exploration. For example, if your topic is about students' digital literacy, your needs section might highlight how schools are struggling to integrate technology effectively in the classroom. Remember, you're not just stating the problem. You're making a case as to why there is a need to conduct a study about your core concern or your topic. Next, we move on to issues. This part dives into the problems, controversies, and inconsistencies found in previous research. It's where you analyze what researchers agree or disagree on. Maybe some studies say digital tools improve learning, while others say they distract students. Perhaps some findings are outdated or certain groups have been overlooked. By discussing these issues, you show your audience that your topic is complex and there is a need to investigate more about this topic. Now, let's talk about the conclusion. This is not the end of your paper, but rather a synthesis of everything you've reviewed. Here, you summarize the major themes, highlight key findings, and show how they relate to your research problem. It's your opportunity to connect the dots. What is already known, what trends appear, and how they support your research focus. Think of this as the bridge that connects your literature review to the next part of your research, that is methodology. And finally, we come to the research gap or the knowledge gap, which is considered as the heart of your ROL. This section identifies what is missing or underexplored in existing literature. Ask yourself, what hasn't been studied yet? What voices or contexts are missing? What questions are left unanswered? For instance, if most studies on digital literacy focus on urban schools, your study in a rural setting fills that gap. Or if no research uses a specific theory, your study could pioneer that angle. Your knowledge gap should clearly show how your research adds value and moves the academic conversation forward. To recap, the contents of the review of literature should follow this flow. Needs. which highlight why your topic is worth studying. Issues, referring to what challenges or debates exist in the literature. Next is the conclusion. What is currently known and how it relates to your topic. Lastly, the knowledge gap pertaining to what is missing and how your study will address it. Mastering these components will help you write a focused, scholarly, and powerful literature review. Moving forward, we'll focus on a fundamental question. Why do we write a review of literature? What is the purpose of including Chapter 2 in our research paper? Let's walk through the key purposes of the ROL and why it's considered as the backbone of any good research work. First, to provide context and background. The ROL gives your readers a clear understanding of your topic. It provides the context and background needed to see where your study fits in. By reviewing what has already been written and discovered, you help readers understand why your topic is important, what has already been done, and what still needs to be explored. In short, it sets the stage of your research. Secondly, to identify gaps in knowledge. The ROL helps you discover the knowledge gap or what is still missing in current studies. Maybe no research has been done in your specific location. Maybe the past studies are outdated. Or maybe they used a different population or left out a key variable. By identifying these gaps, you show how your research adds something new to the academic conversation. Third, to build a theoretical or conceptual framework. Another important purpose of the ROL is to help you develop your theoretical or conceptual framework. Through reading and analyzing existing studies, you are able to find concepts, theories, and models that relate to your topic. These frameworks help guide your study, showing how your variables are connected and giving you a lens to interpret your result. Fourth, to justify your research. The review of literature or ROL serves to justify your study. You're answering the question, why is my research important? So, in pointing out unresolved issues, inconsistencies, or emerging trends, you show that your topic is worth investigating and that your work contributes value to the field.
Another key purpose is to avoid duplication. Reviewing existing studies ensures that you're not simply repeating research that has already been done. Instead, you can build on existing knowledge, update old data, or apply a theory in a new context. This makes your work more original and relevant. Lastly, the ROL helps you decide how to conduct your research. By analyzing previous studies, you can see what instruments others used, understand common research methods, and improve your own approach based on what worked or didn't work for others.
That's it for today's lesson. I hope you learned a thing or two from me. If I was able to help you study the contents and purposes of a literature review, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell to keep you posted of my uploads. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, and please do love research. Bye!